of wagered money in the US.
I bet it is
5.
5? Damn it! Stupid game!
Yeah, let's go.
Stupid game? Gambling is a stupid game? Maybe you should tell something about it and maybe you like it after all.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our presentation. My name is Monika Gijssen and these are my colleagues Luc Brooks, Bonnie Ruizinga, Nadie Hoeksma and Denise van Deel. The topic of our presentation today is gambling in the United States. And the purpose of our presentation is to tell you something about a trend pertaining in the leisure industry in an English-speaking country. Firstly, we're going to talk about the history of gambling. Secondly, we're going to look at the kinds of gambling. Next, we're going to look at the trends casino and the trend online gambling. And finally, I'm going to talk about the summary and the conclusions, and you can ask questions afterwards. The presentation will take about 20 minutes, and I'm going to give the words to my colleague Nadie.
Okay. Zeus, Hades and Poseidon are said to have split the universe by sharing heaven, hell and sea with the throw of the dice. This is a short introduction of the gods, how gambling started. So 40,000 years back, dice-like objects were found in caves. They were made from ankle bones, from sheep or from dogs. So this proves that the first cavemen were also gamblers. 2300 BC, the Chinese invented the game of chance using tiles. And 1100 years later, dice games of the Greek men played dice games, but this was illegal. During the 14th century, King Henry VIII outlawed gambling because his soldiers were more busy with gambling than improving their fighting skills. And in 1830, more than 420 lotteries offered prizes. So this is the reason why the lotteries became very popular. In 1931, Nevada legalized gambling. It became very lively. And in 1978, the other states legalized gambling, and so it was a domino effect, and there were more and more countries legalizing the gambling. Legal gambling are things like lotteries, betting on horses, card games, bingo. Illegal gambling is often with betting on numbers, so when you can think of sport, you can bet on horse number 9. There was a tremendously growth of activities recently. Gambling, because just one country makes the gambling legal, in 30 years gambling transformed from sinful to well accepted. But why has the gambling grown? Well, it's just a domino effect, because one state legalizes it and then another state does it too, because when they don't, all the money goes to the country who legalized the gambling and they lose their money. So they don't want to lose the money to the neighbors. And the state needs money and it is addicted to gaming funds. Charitable, in the sheet after this sheet there will be a graph, and I'll explain first some examples. Charitable gaming is run for a benefit or a non-profit organization. Pari-mutuel betting is all the bets or money are together in one pool. Casino gaming is gambling just in a casino, and lotteries is just with number and with cards. Well, in this figure you can see that in 1995 most of the gambling was in casino. It is just 88%. The pari-mutuel is 3%, and lottery is 7%, and charity is 2%. So you can see casino was very important in 1995. In 1978, the Atlantic Casino opened, and since then 8 other states legalized casino gambling, so this was more and more, it increased. In 1989, South Dakota legalized casino gambling, but it was with limited stakes. So this is a border or a line, so people can't spend very much money. It was just a line. In 1990, Colorado followed, and in 1992, Louisiana legalized casino gambling also. In 1994, lots of visitors to Las Vegas, 24%, that's more than 1993. That's almost 30 million people. Then, next. In this sheet you can see that from 1982 till 1995, in all the gamble games there was an increase. So it's lots more gambling activity. Next. Now the gambling is very popular, and this will be shown by some trends later on in the presentation. So I give the next person.
Okay, well, I'll tell you something about the kinds of gambling. First, I'll tell you what the definition is. The definition is doing something with the outcome that can be predicted and which is associated with the risk of winning or losing. And this is a very broad definition, and therefore there are many kinds of gambling. But there are six primary forms in the United States that are legal, and these I will tell something about. So I'll start by bingo. Well, bingo is the most common form of legalized gambling. In 2002, it was constituted for almost 4% of the total amount of wagered money in the US. And bingo sessions were a common form for charitable organizations by fundraising, and like the churches, they use bingo a lot. And it's relatively expensive and social and recreational. Then you have the lotteries. A lottery is a game where people buy tickets and in hope to win a prize. And if the ticket of the one person wins, if his or her ticket is drawn out from all the sold tickets. There are four principal types of lotteries. You have the instant games. These are cards where you can scratch open some boxes, and in that way you can win like money, like the December kraslot. Then you can scratch them open and win a lot of money if you're lucky. You have the lotto. Here players select some numbers of a range of possibilities, and the winners are selected periodically. Then you have video keno, and this is a widely popular game because you can the payouts can be massive, and it's there are many possible bets. It's very similar to a lottery, but it's played faster, and the chance of winning is bigger. Then you have electronic gambling devices, also called EGDs, and these require a terminal that can be programmed from like video poker or these kind of games. And these games offer players a chance to play a game and receive the payouts immediately. And you have some states who are looking for online sales, but this isn't developed yet further. Then you have pari-mutuel betting. This is one of the most widespread forms that involves like the horse play or the greyhound races. It's a betting system in which all particular types are placed in a pool, and holders of the winning tickets divide the total amount of money under the divider. So if there are 10 wagers and there's €100, then everybody gets like $10. Okay, then you have the off-track betting, and that is where you're not on the racetrack. It's established away. And at illegal off-track betting, if bettors win, they have to pay the part